15-Minute Mondays, your kickstart to week high-energy 15-minute episode on the Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Daniel Greg Johnson. Let's get right into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back on the Success Blueprint. It is 15-Minute Monday time, that time of the week where you get your quick punch episode for energy during the week. And today, let's not waste time. I want to get straight into it with you. And the question I want to ask you is, if everyone's fine, then why do so many of us feel alone? In this episode, I want to talk to you about why the strong friend is usually the one falling apart. In a world obsessed with strength, power, and confidence, there's one silent epidemic that's quietly sabotaging our well-being. We're all pretending to be stronger than we actually are. It's not about lying to others, it's about lying to ourselves. We've been conditioned to equate vulnerability with weakness and asking for help with failure. But in today's episode, I want to pull off the emotional armor and I want you to learn why you put on the mask of strength, how it's silently eroding your mental and emotional well-being, and the exact 5-step toolkit to stop performing and start living fully, freely, and honestly. So tribe, let's break the illusion and step into the real grounded power. What's the problem here? Here's what most people never admit. We say, I've got this, when we don't. We stay silent when we need support. And we power through pain, hoping no one notices. This behavior is so normalized, we don't even realize it's a performance. It's happening at home, in the boardroom, on social media, in leadership circles, in friendships. We mistake strength for silence. We glorify resilience without rest. We idolize those who hold it all together, even when they're falling apart behind closed doors. And the worst part that I want to share with you, we pass this down like a generational curse. We teach others, especially men, high performers and leaders, that to be loved is to be invulnerable. But pretending to be unbreakable is the fastest way to become emotionally bankrupt. No currency left and no way out. I want to share with you the cost and consequences of this. Here's what this silent pretending actually costs us. Emotional burnout. Constantly holding it together floods your nervous system with cortisol. You might appear composed, but your body is screaming. And that will lead to a drop of performance and mental health issues. Chronic loneliness. When people connect to your persona instead of your truth, you remain emotionally alone, even in a crowd. Because if you are faking it, you are not making it. Shame and imposter syndrome, a big one in our culture. You start believing you're a fraud because your outer performance and inner reality don't align. There's nothing like misalignment when you are acting on the outside and dying on the inside. And stunted growth. When you can't admit you need help, you reject growth, you plateau, and sometimes you collapse. Disconnection from yourself is another big one. You become a stranger to your own emotions and numbness replaces aliveness. This performance is a trap for all of us, and it's time that we step out of it. I want to share a 5-step framework with you, which you can use right now. You can use this to break free from your shackles, step away from misalignment, and step into your true, authentic self. Step number 1, identify the armor you wear and why. Start by becoming radically self-aware. You can ask yourself, what situations make me feel like I must hold it all together? Who am I trying to protect or impress? What would I fear losing if I showed vulnerability? Common forms of emotional armor can include hyper-independence. I don't need anyone. Overachieving. If I perform well, I'll be safe. Humor as deflection. Very often used. I'll joke so no one sees I'm scared. Or anger as control, particularly in men. I lash out so I don't feel powerless. You can write these patterns down. You need to name them because what you can name, you can start to release. If you can't name it, you haven't sat with it for long enough. That's why journaling is so powerful. Step number 2, reframe vulnerability as courage and not weakness. Let's flip the script. Vulnerability is not oversharing. It's not breaking down in public for validation. It's choosing to show up honestly, even when you can't control the outcome. It doesn't matter. Consider this. It takes infinitely more strength to say, I don't know, than to fake expertise. And it takes true confidence to say, I'm struggling, than to power through in silence. Reframe your mindset. Vulnerability isn't a liability, it's leadership. It makes you strong. Honesty is more productive than perfection. Step number 3, develop emotional fluency. If you've performed strength for years, your emotional vocabulary may be limited. It's time to grow it. Try this weekly exercise that I'm giving you right now. At the end of each day, ask, what did I actually feel today? Use a feelings wheel or emotion chart to get specific. Journal the cause, the emotion, and the reaction. And reflect, did I suppress or express it? Practice saying your emotions out loud. I feel anxious today. I'm grieving something I haven't named. I feel unseen. This practice reconnects you to the full spectrum of your human experience, and that's real strength. And if you have trouble with putting a system in place or putting this together down on paper, you can reach out to me. I can help you with that, and we can go on this journey together. Step number 4, create brave spaces. Not just safe ones. Real transformation happens in brave spaces, not just safe ones. And that means inviting authenticity in your circles, teams, family, friends. Modeling vulnerability yourself and allowing space for people to be honest without fixing or judging them. I want you to say, you don't have to be strong right now. It's okay to be in process. You're safe here, but you're also allowed to be real here. Be the leader, friend, or partner who creates permission for honesty. It's a powerful one. You cannot imagine what comes out when you create that space for people. I do that for my clients all the time, and you will not believe how much strength comes out of people, how they break down, but vulnerably share what is going on, like they can't do it in the environment that they've created around themselves, because they have adopted that identity of having to be strong. So there is no space for vulnerability, no space for real, raw emotions. Step number 5, guard your truth with boundaries. Being honest doesn't mean being emotionally naked with everyone. Not every space is worthy of your full truth. You need to ask yourself, who has earned the right to hear my vulnerable truth? What's my emotional bandwidth in this moment? How can I speak honestly without overexposing myself? You can practice saying, I'm not okay, but I'm not ready to talk about it yet. I'm struggling and I need space. I need help, but not advice right now. This is not weakness. This is emotional maturity. And what's the deeper meaning here? Let me give you some reflection. This isn't just about being more open. It's about reclaiming your humanity, because underneath our roles, achievements, and personas, we're all just people trying to be seen, heard, and loved. Applies to everyone. Every time you choose truth over performance, you make it safer for others to be real. Reconnect with your own heart, and you build a world where honesty isn't punished, but respected. The world doesn't need your perfection. It just needs your presence, and sometimes that's vulnerability. So let me give you some examples. Brené Brown showed us that research and vulnerability can coexist, and that millions were hungry for realness. If you look at the Navy SEALs, they train in vulnerability-based trust because true team cohesion is forged in emotional honesty, not bravado. And radical candor in corporate leadership, popularized by Kim Scott, emphasizes caring personally while challenging directly, a powerful mix of honesty and empathy if you want to read up on something. These are not soft skills, they are power skills, and they separate mediocre from legendary leadership and personality. I want to give you some advanced strategies, some extra depth. Neuroscience of suppression. Studies show that emotional suppression activates the amygdala, and that's the fear center, and reduces activity in the prefrontal cortex, rational thinking. And if you have no clue what I'm talking about, let me translate it for you. You make worse decisions when you're pretending to be fine. Emotional recalibration tool. the pause and label. Pause for 30 seconds, breathe deeply, name exactly what you're feeling without judgment, and then say it out loud. This is anxiety. This is fear. This is sadness. And another tool, vulnerability scripts to practice. Can I share something I've been holding in? I need support right now, not solutions. I don't have it all together today, and that's okay. And another one, build your vulnerability circle. Create a short list of 3 to 5 people who you trust deeply, respect your process, don't rush to fix or minimize your feelings, and use them as a truth circle. But you have to be specific. They need to respect those points that mentioned above. I want to give you your weekly challenge for immediate implementation if you are one of those that really wants to make something of this episode. Choose one moment, personal or professional, where you'd normally power through. And instead, I want you to pause, get real, speak truthfully, even if it's just to yourself. And then ask, did it build connection? Did it deepen self-trust? You might be surprised how freeing one act of honesty can be. That's just a small little tool. I got many more. If you need help with any of this, please reach out to me. I'm passionate about people and I love to help. So tribe, if this episode spoke to something deep in you, share it with one person you trust, or copy the link for the episode, share it with 3 people on WhatsApp, Messenger, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you communicate with your people. If this episode can only change one person, can help one person overcome adversity, then it's already worth it. So please do that, and we can grow the tribe, we can grow our circle, because that's what we're here for. Come together and get better at this thing called life and business. And you can also take it and post it with the phrase, "This is me dropping the mask." That is even more powerful. And if you want to explore more radical honesty and self-mastery through our self-paced coaching pathways, go to my website at mindworks.biz. I got all those beautiful pathways that I've created. They are 30 days long. They just need 15 to 20 minutes of your day, and they are life-changing. They are on special, but only for the rest of the month. So go there and check it. There will be something for you too. And then special thanks to our sponsor, Dogmati Mushrooms. Rebuild your nervous system, boost your clarity, and support emotional resilience naturally. Head over to dogmati.com, and if you use the code DAN20, DAN20, you will receive a 20% exclusive to the Success Blueprint podcast discount on your first purchase, and I can tell you it is worth it. And I want to leave you with one closing thought. You were never meant to be perfect. You were meant to be real. Strength isn't how well you fake it. Strength is being brave enough to show up with the truth. Trembling hands, unspoken fears, messy emotions and all. So this week, don't just perform strength, live courage. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I leave you with this. I hope that you have a fantastic week. And this was Daniel Craig Johnson, your host on the Success Blueprint and the 15 Minute Monday, with my promise, I'll be back. Take care, tribe.